time I close my eyes.
Olha só, horroroso o Mamal. Pegou, tocou pro Gagão. Agora olha o Jairzinho. Olha o pique. Olha vai. E o Anão vai. Acaba passando por ele. Não consegue pegar na sequência. Já pega na batida. Bota agora também com a cabeça. Já vai ali o M5 tentando pegar o passo pro segundo. É falta. Acaba conseguindo. Vai mandar. Então louco. Olha o M5. Vai mandar o rap. Vai mandar ali o plucky. Não conseguiu. Senhora. Goleiraço. Salva o primeiro. Salva o segundo. Vai em busca. Chamou no elástico. Já tá sem oxigênio. Chamou ali na xinja. Não tem ali cintura. Tentando no meio das pernas ali. Passou pelos dois. E liga o lance.
Love zombie.
Rap ruler, you can ask Buddha. Right jab like Zab Judah.
Oh, he's it.
Every member on my team is a shooter. Night like a room, no room for intruder.
Yes, guys, evening to everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me. I know it's a late one. I appreciate you all here. For some reason, my lights are really dark. Yes, big up, guys. Hope you're all doing good. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Liverpool Wolves game. Big up to everyone who joined me on my Big Up channel a little bit earlier on when we did the Juventus and Inter Milan watch along. Appreciate you on there, guys. But yeah, we're going to talk about Liverpool beating Wolves 2-1 at home. My kids are so loud, I do apologise. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Kids are still awake 'cause it's half term. Yeah, we're going to be talking about it. Loads of things to talk about. Obviously, the fan base is in a bit of meltdown because we won today. I don't understand it. We're going to talk about everyone's dilemma and issues with the game today. Everyone's dilemma and issues with the team. And why I'm quite relaxed and chilled over everything. I've been on Twitter all day today. You know, everyone's seen it on... if you've not seen my tweets, I'm sure you've seen it by now. Me all over Twitter today. People having a go at me. People cheer. It's just weird. It's a mental place to be at the moment if you're a Liverpool fan. But look, we are where we are. We're top of the league. We still have a 7-point advantage. And I'm chilled about everything. I'm quite relaxed. I'm enjoying this season. Seeing where it takes us. See if it takes us to the promised land, which I think it will. But yeah, I don't get the stress. I really don't get the stress. Big up Nick in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well. Morning, evening. Still haven't watched the game highlights, but 0 shots second half is mad. Yeah, second half was shit. There's no doubt about that. Big up Seven in chat as well. Big up Ryan in chat. He is, man. He is. Fans had to not win a relegation battle. 3 more points, and we're getting it. You know, Walker. Again, the Arsenal fans are so rattled about Liverpool. It's great to see them in tears. I said earlier on my Big Up channel when I was talking when we were doing the Juventus Inter Milan watch along. Do you know what's mad? There's more people upset that Liverpool aren't doing well when they're top of the league by 7 points than Man United 15th in the Premier League. Like, no one seems to care that Man United are 15th in the Premier League. Apparently, the biggest team in England are 15th in the Premier League, and no one gives a shit. The team that is the most consistent this season in the Premier League and 7 points clear, apparently we're shit. So apparently the team that's winning the Premier League right now, top of the league, 7 points clear, top of the Champions League group stage, already in the knockouts, don't have to play a playoff. Apparently we're shit. Apparently we're shit. You know, but the apparently biggest team in England that are 15th in the Premier League, no one cares. It's a weird one, isn't it? It is a weird one. I don't get it. You got Pep Guardiola there. Pep Guardiola, you know, he's back apparently. Now he's brought his way back to where he needs to be. Big up Pep, by the way. Big up Pep. Yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to you. No one can handle the fact that Arne Slot's doing business. Do you know what I mean? No one can handle the fact that Arne Slot is laying down the law at the moment. That he's coming to the Premier League. He's the first manager since Jose Mourinho to get 60-plus points in his first season. His debut season, he has got 60-plus points in his debut season. Only Mourinho did better than that with 64 points in his debut season. My manager. My manager. Oh, shit. I don't know how that got in there. Yeah, my manager, man. Here's on. Oh, dear. Big up everyone in chat. I hope you're all doing good. Obviously, I'm going to talk about... I'll break down the game properly, though, guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend we were excellent today or anything like that. That's just a madness. It's just a madness. You know, we weren't good. But I'm going to talk about why we weren't good today. Yeah, and put some, you know, let's talk about it properly. Let's talk about football in a real world, yeah? Let's talk about the situations about football. Why Liverpool might have not been so good today, but still got the 3 points. Let's have a chat about it. Let's have a chat about it. Smash the likes, guys. Share and subscribe. All that good stuff. And we'll go have a chat. Big up everyone in the chat. I hope you're doing good, though. What?
When you
Hang on.
day, you said when Mama comes back, I can have a sleepover downstairs.
Tomorrow now, mate. Tomorrow. All right? Don't sulk. Love you. No, tomorrow. Love you. Kids, man. Kids. Right. Let's talk. Oh, let's get limbered up first. Yeah, let's get limbered up. Right. Liverpool versus Wolves today. Obviously, we won the game 2-1. But the whole thing, it's not the result a lot of people would talk about. Everyone's talking about the performance. Why did we look so bad? People are worried now about us in the future. You know, the Villa game, the Newcastle game, the Man City game. Fans are now worried because of the performance we put up today. I understand it, but we still got the W. And in this business, it's a results business. It's not a looking pretty business. I've seen Liverpool play really well and lose games. I'd rather play shit and win. Simple as that. I'm going to talk about why we played shit, though. Here's the reason we played shit. Big up Nelia. Here's the reason. Big up Scottish Bear. Big up John Conway. Here's the reason Liverpool were shit today. That was our third game in 7 days. That's pretty much our third game in 7 or 8 days. We just played a Merseyside derby on Wednesday, midweek. That took a lot of energy out of the boys, probably. You know, pretty much same team playing against Everton on Wednesday, and an energy zapping game. No one else really had a midweek game, unless you're Man City in the Champions League. No one really else had a midweek game to worry about. So Liverpool had an energy zapping Merseyside derby. Now, we all know Merseyside derbies. It doesn't matter if Liverpool are top and Everton are bottom. It is still going to be lightning and thunder. It's just going to be like that, guys. You know, you don't really get easy. You don't always get easy Merseyside derbies. There's always going to be lightning and thunder. It's always going to be smash mouth, in your face, hardcore, rough, high pressure, high stakes football. And that's what Wednesday was. That's what Wednesday was. You know, they just had mentally, as I always talk about with fatigue, I don't think they were physically tired. I just think mentally they were fucked from a mental standpoint. Wednesday was a big game. And then you go into this game, you're probably not quite yourself. You're not quite as fresh because the other team had a week off. Wolves had a week off. You have to remember that. They had the week off. They've come there. Also, Wolves have just had back-to-back wins. We'll talk about who Wolves last beat in the Premier League before we played us. Everyone shitting themselves over our next game. So you come into that having to beat Wolves, knowing that you've played 3 games in 8 days. They've had a week off. You've just had a massive Merseyside derby. Everything went against you. All the passion in that game, going 100 minutes. It's probably mentally draining, yeah? And then you've got to get yourself up for the Wolves game because you know if you don't beat Wolves, it could be a slippery slope, yeah? You have to beat Wolverhampton Wanderers. I also don't think the fans at Anfield help at all. I don't think they help at all. The Anfield crowd only now get involved in games of football when it's end to end. I think this. I think the home crowd now has been so. What's the word I can use here? What's the word? They love Klopp football so much with its end to end madness that fans just get up for it. I don't think our fans at home like to see us control games of football. I don't think they like it. They only start to get singing and get going when we go a goal down or someone gets a goal back or anything like that, or it goes end to end. Crowd was shocking. The crowd was shocking. The crowd was absolutely shocking. You know, it's madness to me. You know, it's madness to me. You know, let's go back to being end to end so they start singing again, shall we? It's just, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't care if the game's boring to watch. Just get behind the fucking boys. It does my head in. And I think there was a lot in that game. I think the first half was too easy. I literally think the first half was very comfortable. Hardly any threat from Wolves whatsoever in that first half. Although if you're listening to the commentators, they were like, it should have been 2-2 at half time. I was like, what the fuck are they watching? It's very comfortable first half. Easily 2-0 up. Could have been 3-0. Salah's offside. We don't know if it was offside to this day, because if you actually look at the still pictures that are available right now, he looks onside. But VAR took about 3 seconds to give it offside. Didn't even put the lines up. Didn't do nothing. They just said, oh, it's offside, play on. It was the tightest of offsides. Really tight. And considering he scored from it, I can't believe how quickly they just overturned it, because it weren't obviously offside either. It was, because what a lot of people are going with the nearest man to Salah. It was actually the other fullback on the other side of the pitch that looked like he was keeping Salah on. There was hardly anything in it. And they just went offside like that. So that would have been 3-0. Then you got Diogo Jota. Someone needs to explain to me. Can someone please explain to me why Jota dived? Why did Jota dive? Can someone please explain to me? Why did Jota dive? I don't understand why he dived. I really don't. I've watched the game back. All he had to do was put the ball in the back of the net. You know what? Jota's first touch to get away from the defender was excellent. Jota's first touch to get away from the defender who came diving next to him, went past Jota. His first touch was excellent. His second touch should have been a goal. And then we're sitting here talking about what's a goal by Jota, because the first touch was immense and the finish would have been good. But no, he dived. I'm still confused. So if Jota actually took the shot, that's 3 goals. If Salah's offside was contested a little bit more, that could have possibly been 4 goals. So in a game that we were struggling in, like the fan base is going mad online about, it could have easily been 4-1 that game. Easily been 4-1. Now, the second half, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and argue about the second half. The second half was shit, guys. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it weren't. We had no shots in the second half. It was a travesty. It was terrible. It was crap. I'm not going down that route and protecting him in that second half. I don't know what the team were playing at. They looked mentally fried to me from the Everton game. I think Arne Slot made mention of it as well. You know, playing Plymouth, playing Everton, especially Everton in midweek. And I think when Wolves got a goal back, they were mentally a bit fried and they just couldn't get going again. And their goal just came after the disallowed goal from Salah and the dive from Jota, didn't it? So it came after that. So, yeah, second half is what it is, guys. I don't know what that performance was in the second half. But at the end of the day, we won a game of football. Now, surely that's all that matters, yeah? Surely that's all that matters. Surely all that matters. You know, if the players actually done their job, we're sitting here probably with a 3-goal advantage. If Jota just shoots, you're 3-0 up. There's no worry in the game. You know, we had that a bit as well today. You know, we weren't getting shots off when we should have got shots off. You could tell it was more mental fatigue than physical fatigue, because the players still went strong for 90 minutes. It was just a mental thing, like mental lapses of concentration. You know, not thinking properly, not getting that first pass out properly, not thinking when you're inside the box for how to be creative or take a shot. It's mental lapse. It's all mental. It's all up here. And they failed at that today. So it was a poor performance in the second half. But in my opinion, the reason we were crap today, we just played 3 games in 8 days and we had a massive Merseyside derby on Wednesday. If we didn't have that Merseyside derby on Wednesday, I reckon we would have been absolutely a different side against Wolves today, and probably would have won 3 or 4-0 and be very comfortable. But that Wednesday game, you've got to put that into contrast, guys. You've got to sit there and, you know, when you look at why we were terrible, why is the reasons we were not good today? What's the issues behind it? And that Everton game is a big one of it. It was a big game. It's a very mentally, physically challenging game, Merseyside derbies. It's an evening kickoff. It wasn't like it was a lunchtime kickoff. It was a late night kickoff. You know, they're probably thinking about it for a couple of days as well because of the way the game ended. You know, we're winning that game 2-1 in the 91st minute. You know, going into injury time, we're 2-1 up. They get a late equaliser. The way the game finished with the referee and everything, you can understand. It probably took a while to get them over it. Look at us fans. Us fans are still talking about it today, and it was on Wednesday. So the players are probably still talking about it. So they're probably jaded from it. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on that. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt for our performance today on the game on Wednesday. And I think we've got to take in consideration, you know, we played 3 games. Yeah, the Plymouth game was a mixed side. So leave that one. But the Everton game midweek, it was a tough game. It wasn't a comfortable breeze in the park kind of a football match. It was a very, very, very difficult game of football. And look, and eventually we got over the line and won the game. We won our game. And it's as simple as that. We got the W. We carry on 7 points in front of Arsenal. Now, the Arsenal stuff, like everyone think we struggled today. Arsenal struggled against the worst team apart from one of the worst teams in Premier League history in Leicester, who have lost like 13 games this season. And they couldn't break them down till the 82nd minute. And then Moreno got 2 goals very quickly back to back. But it took to the 82nd minute for them to break Leicester down. Leicester, one of the worst teams in the league. Now, and people think they're going to win 14 games in a row. This is what I keep hearing. Oh, Liverpool can't afford to drop points because Arsenal could probably go and win the next 13 or 14 games. We got to win 11 games. I'm like, anyone watch the Leicester game? Because they were shit. They were shit. But what makes me laugh, everyone bigs up the Arsenal victory. This is what makes me laugh. Everyone's bigging up the Arsenal victory, even some Liverpool fans. I don't get it. I don't know if they're just doing it for interaction on Twitter and traction and all that. But they're bigging up the Arsenal victory against a really poor Leicester side. But when we beat Wolves, we're shit. I can't make sense of it, guys. I personally feel like the fan base are scared of a title race. I think some of the fan base would prefer it if we weren't in a title race and they'd be calmer about life. I think people have got... I think what it is, that Manchester City in the last few years have ruined football for a lot of people. I think the last few years, what Man City have done has ruined everything for football. Because title races are not usually like this, guys. The way City have been winning titles in the last few years, you know, the high 90 points, being almost perfect, not being able to draw a game if you're going against them. That's not normal. Guys, that's not normal. That's not how normal title seasons go. Before the Man Cities of this world turned up, go back and look at some of the Chelsea games, the City the Man United games, the Arsenal games in Premier League title wins in years gone by. There's usually you usually have these sticking blocks where you might draw 6 or 7 games in the season but still win the league title. You might get over the line just in a very difficult game, but you're not at your best, but you still get 3 points. How many 90-plus winners, 90-plus minute winners did Man United get in all the years in the Premier League, winning their league titles? I mean, they must have got hundreds of last-minute 91st, 92nd minute winners in their times in Premier League games to get them over the line to win league titles. It's what title races used to be. It's what it's what title races used to be. But Man City in the last few years have almost ruined football in a way, because we now assume you have to be perfect in a season to win a title, which is not the case. Which is not the case. It's just not the case. It's just, that's the way football is, guys. You don't have to be perfect all the time to win a Premier League title. Man United in the 90s and that weren't always the best team in the league, but they were the most efficient team in the league, and they won Premier League titles. That's why they won so many. I don't always look in the Man United teams that won, 13 Premier League trophies. I don't look at that all them Premier League Man United teams and go, they were definitely the best team in the league that year. But they were the most efficient team in that league in that year. They were the most consistent team in the league that year. And that's what got up over the line. And it's like that with Liverpool this year. We're just really consistent. And consistency, you just keep going and going and going and going and going. And before you know it, you've won a league title. And you're like, how the fuck did we do that? But because of the way Man City have played for the last few years, the last 8 years, everyone thinks you have to be extremely perfect to win the league by about 15 points. Like, people want like 15-point gaps at the top of the league. Like, I'm only comfortable if we got a 15-point gap at the top of the league. I'm comfortable now with a 7-point gap. But because of the way the leagues have gone for the last 5-6 years, everyone thinks you need like a 12 to 15-point gap to win the league title. It's not the case. You know, you only have to be top of the Premier League for one day to win the Premier League title. There was a year once, I believe, that Man United weren't top of the league till the last day of the season, and they won the league title. I can't remember what year it is. Unless someone in the chat can answer me, I can't remember what year it was. But there was a year Man United won the Premier League title. They were second all season, yeah? They were second, I think, second or third all season, yeah? And on the last day of the season, they finished top of the league and they won the league title. 95-96 season, that's it. They were only top of the title. They were only top of the league on the last day of the season. That's the only time they were top of the league, on the last day of the season. And that's the only time you need to be there. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's a weird thing, because you could argue that the best team in the league in the 95-96 season was arguably the team that led that league for the whole year till the last day of the season when Man United pipped them. It's the consistency of teams. The Newcastle season, that's the one, yeah. When Newcastle, you could argue that year Newcastle were the best team in the season. But Man United nicked it like in the last day or two, weren't it? And they got top of the league. And so this is what I'm trying to say, guys. We have been so used to Manchester City that we're now programmed that this ain't a normal season. This is a normal season. This is our Premier League. This is how league titles usually go. Look at Spain right now. Spain have got a 4-horse title race going on right now. Look at Italy. I watch Italy quite a bit. I do my Italian Sundays on Big Up. You know, they got like 3 people going for that title right now. Inter, Napoli and Atalanta. They're right up there going for the title. In this country, we've got Liverpool and Arsenal right now. But there's a 7-point gap. It's a normal season. You're just not seeing perfection out of Manchester City that we're so used to for the last few years. We're so used to perfection from Manchester City that we are not realising what we're in right now is just a normal title race. Literally, Pep Guardiola is so good, and Manchester City was so good. They made football not normal. What they were doing was not normal. You had to be perfect. I don't remember growing up as a football fan, drawing a game of football and that being the end of the world. Like, you drew a game of football and you're like, it's the end of the world. You can't catch City now. That's not normal. And Pep and City just made it that good. They were just that good that you had to be perfect. And perfection in football is almost impossible. So you have to do the impossible to try and beat Man City and Pep Guardiola to league titles. That's not normal, guys. And what we're doing now, what you're seeing now is almost a normal season. You're seeing two teams that are very good, that are way better than everyone else in the league right now, going for the league title. It's like a normal season. And I'm enjoying it. You go have bumps in the road. You go have bumps in the road. You go have a loss here and a draw there and a win there. And that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. You know, you've got good teams like Newcastle doing stuff at the moment with a good goal scorer. You've got good teams like Brighton that can take points off anybody in the league, as we saw against Chelsea the other day. You've got teams like Bournemouth who can take points off other people in the league. You've got Nottingham Forest in third in the Premier League. Don't forget 92-93 season. Norwich City, I think, was second for most of the season. I think they ended up finishing third that year, or they might have finished runners-up in the league that year. And then they went to Bayern Munich, the first English club, I believe, in history to beat Bayern Munich in Munich Stadium in Europe. First English club in Europe to beat Bayern Munich, I believe, in their home stadium was Norwich City. Was it 20 years ago when Ipswich finished in the top four? Does anyone remember that? Before Champions League was given to the top four in the Premier League. Ipswich Town finished in the top four. They got promoted the year before and then finished top four. Was it Kevin Stewart was top goal scorer for Ipswich? Banging in goals left, right and centre. This happens. You know, these leagues happen, guys. And what's happening right now is a bit of a throwback league in a way. It's a bit of a throwback Premier League right now. Liverpool are out on top. Arsenal are just behind us. You've got Nottingham Forest in third. You know, you've got your Bournemouth and your Brightons. It's like a throwback a little bit this Premier League season. It's like a bit of a throwback. But we are so used to Man City being the team in England, in Europe, everywhere, just being so good that I think it dilutes our mind a little bit because we don't realise what it used to be like. Man United used to only finish on 70-odd points to win league titles, guys. 80-odd points occasionally. You know, 70 and 80-odd points used to be their occasional title win. It's because they'll draw a lot of games. You know, they'd lose a few games, draw a lot of games, and win a lot of games. So they'd finish on low points. And that's what... You've got Arsenal doing the invincible year. No one's ever done it before and never do it again. You know, once in a lifetime thing. Leicester City winning the title. Once in a lifetime thing. These are throwback leagues. What we're seeing this year is a throwback to league title races of the past. And it's going to go down to the wire, guys. It just is. It's going to be us and them all the way till May. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Yeah, Preston were the first team going invincible, weren't it, Russell? I did have Preston in my mind when I was saying that as well. Yeah, I remember Preston doing it. Was it the 40s, was it? Something like that. Yeah, United won it once on 75 points. That's what I'm saying. It's a throwback league. It's just a bit of a throwback this year. Man City are not the team. They're just not the team they were last year. They're 16 points behind us. That's probably not going to happen again for a while. They're going to spend shitloads of money and they'll be back like next year. But this year only, City are out of it. Chelsea are not doing what they should do after all the money they spent. Bournemouth are having a great year. Brighton are having a great year. Newcastle are having a decent year. Nottingham Forest are having an unbelievable year. So it's a throwback league. I'm enjoying it. I'm looking at teams. I like watching teams like Brighton and Bournemouth play because they're decent football sides that can take points off people. Nottingham Forest are doing the impossible at the moment. Nottingham Forest could finish in the Champions League. And let's not forget, Nottingham Forest were a big club in the 70s. You know, they got promoted one year and won the league the following year and then won the European Cup the year after that. You know, they're a team of heritage. Throwback league, man. Throwback year. But we're so used to City just being so far ahead of everyone, or if Liverpool are ahead of City, you're like, shit, we can't draw a game. This is the thing. If you're like 5 points in front of Manchester City, you should be happy about that. You should be calm about that. You should be cool about that. But you know you can't be, because if you draw one game, you know Man City are go on like a 17-winning streak and then just pip you for the title on the last day of the season. And that's not normal. That's almost perfection at a level that shouldn't be happening in football. You know, it's just a ridiculous level that they played for years, and they're not at that level now, and that's why it's a throwback year. Big up DB says, fact Jamie, what about the season Leicester won? Whoever does best over 38 games takes it when you don't have a team having a freak season. Exactly. We chat football, big up man. That's so true, Jamie. This reminds me of the 08 season. Exactly. Leicester won it with 81 and it was comfortable. Yeah, exactly. That's the year that Tottenham were in a 2-horse title race with Leicester and finished third, wasn't it? Only Tottenham could be in a 2-horse title race and finish third. Oh, it makes you laugh, don't it? It makes you laugh. I think 85 points wins the league this year. I think 85 points will win the league this year. And we're still on point for a 90-point season. This is true. What are we on? 61 right now? 60, something like that. Is it 61 points? Let me have a look. Let's have a look at the table. We're on 60 points. So we're on 60 points. 7 points clear. Better goal difference as well. $60 goals scored, the most in the league as well. Won 18 games out of 25, drawn 6, lost 1. But apparently we're shit. Madness to me. I don't get it. I don't get it. Arne Slot is only the second manager ever in his debut season to get 60 points after 25 games. The only man who did it better than him was Jose Mourinho in his debut season for Chelsea when he got 64 points after 25 games. That's how well Slot's done at Liverpool so far. But apparently we're shit. Now, let's talk about the games coming up. Big up, my man. So, Jamie, in my opinion, we need to beat Villa and go 10 points ahead. Yeah, Slot, I trust, definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah, that Matoma goal was sweet the other day. Great little player Matoma is. Big up Burton Jave, how you doing? Big up Scottish Bear. Ali in the house, how you doing? Well, man, I hope you're doing well. 92 points. I think 85 points can do it because I don't think Arsenal will go win every single game. Yeah, aren't they special? Used to be you called relax more against bottom half teams. City might have dropped off, but the margins are finer over the spread. Jane Liverpool win the Prem on goal difference. That means we're dropping a lot of points for that to happen. That means we're dropping a lot of points for that to happen. So look, here's how I'm looking at these 3 games coming up. So after the Wolves game, instead of Liverpool fans celebrating a very good win against Wolverhampton Wanderers after everything that happened midweek, the first thing a lot of Liverpool fans did was go, "Oh, if we play like that against Villa, we're fucked. Oh, we can't play like that against City, we're fucked. We're not going to pick up any points. Arsenal are going to catch us now." Now, let's have a look at Villa. Let's have a look at Villa's recent results, shall we? I have to go down quite far in the league for Aston Villa because I don't know if people realise, but Aston Villa are 9th in the Premier League, yeah? 9th. So, Villa's results recently. Let me... wait, where am I? Oh, there you go. I'm arguing myself here. So, Villa, believe it or not, only drew 1-1 at home to Ipswich. You got Villa. They drew 1-1 at home to Ipswich in their last game. Before that, they beat Tottenham in the FA Cup. And then last Premier League game before that. Oh, here you go. So Aston Villa's last 2 Premier League games, they drew 1-1 with Ipswich Town at home, and Ipswich had 10 men. And guess what? Wolves beat Aston Villa 2-0. Wolves beat Aston Villa 2-0. So 10 men Ipswich drew away to Aston Villa 1-0. Wolves beat Aston Villa at home 2-0. And before that, Aston Villa, oh my word, their last 3 games, they've only got 2 points, Aston Villa. They drew at home 1-0 to West Ham. They lost 2-0 to Wolves. And they drew 1-0 to 10 men Ipswich. I'm meant to be scared of them. You know, Quansah's got injured, and Unai Emery has come out and wanted this game moved. I don't know if anyone knew this, but Villa wanted this game on Wednesday moved. They don't want to play it. Aston Villa asked the Premier League to move this game on Wednesday. I don't know if you guys heard that news. I think you all probably did on Sky. Yeah, Villa asked the Premier League. They wrote into the Premier League asking them desperately to move this game. Villa do not want to play this game on Wednesday. Unai Emery made mention of it after the Ipswich draw. He doesn't want to play this game on Wednesday. He's got injuries and he's got 5 games in a 12-day period, I think, or 4 games in a 12-day period. And he's going to have to heavily rotate against Liverpool. They don't want to play it. They don't want to play it. And the Premier League told them to fuck off and get on with it. Yeah, didn't anyone hear that? Villa wanted this game moved. They don't want to play us on Wednesday. Even at home. Big up Rav in the chat. It's rough on Villa, but they play the same games we are. We're playing 5 games in 14 days. They're playing 5 games in 14 days. But Villa, because of their injuries, they wanted this game moved. Because I think Unai Emery doesn't feel like he can continue playing, putting out his strongest 11 in the next few games. And Quansah got injured, I believe, in the Ipswich game, did he? So he's not available, and he's their best centre-back. So they got a few problems. They got a few injuries. And they got Chelsea on the weekend as well. So they play us on Wednesday and then play Chelsea on Saturday, I believe. So Villa have got some hard fixtures coming up, which is why they didn't want us in 5 games, 14 days. That's why they didn't want to play us. Yeah, Villa have been poor for a while. Facts. But if you listen to Liverpool fans on Twitter, they're acting like Aston Villa are fucking Real Madrid. Now, I'm not sitting here saying we should just turn up to Birmingham and just put them to the sword. It's still going to be a tough game. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. It's still going to be a tough game because Villa are going to try and play with a bit of pride. They have got good footballers. I'm not going to sit here and say they're a dead football team. They've got good footballers. They're going to play with a bit of pride. They're going to try and get something out of this game. But they have got some injuries. They've had some difficult fixtures. They're not in very good form. And for Liverpool Football Club, if we just play a little bit fucking better than we did today, we should turn Aston Villa over away from home. That's what we should be doing. But my problem is just the people online, guys. This is my main issue. The people online that are treating this Villa game like it's Liverpool, Real Madrid. I don't think I don't think people realise that Villa are not in very good form. Villa are not in very good form. They've sold their second best striker in John Duran. They got their new forwards, obviously, that are pretty good. Rodgers is a good midfielder. Watkins is decent up top. They've got talent. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Asensio and Rodgers and Watkins are not fucking good footballers. I'm not a dickhead. They're good players. But Villa's form is just a bit out at the moment. They're not in great form. Unai Emery tried to get this game moved. Liverpool, they don't want to play us on Wednesday because of the injuries they got. It should be a chance for Liverpool to go to Villa Park and get a victory. It really should be. We should tidy them over. Yeah, they have injuries as well. Now, for me, the harder game's going to be Man City away. I think we can all agree with that. Man City are a weird team at the moment. They just beat Newcastle 4-0. A Newcastle team that for 1 week can look like the best team in the world, and then the next week look like one of the worst teams in the world. They're such a weird side, Newcastle. Like, you could literally watch Newcastle for about 2 or 3 games batter teams. Like, for 2 or 3 games, Newcastle could absolutely batter teams, yeah? And then overnight, they just become utter shit. Like, they lost at home 4-1 to Bournemouth. They got smashed by a Manchester City team who's not really at that level right now. Yeah, Newcastle are a very, very poor side. And Liverpool usually beat Newcastle at home as well. Danny Marlon and Rashford. I think Rashford plays against Liverpool because of his Man United past. And that's if he's fully fit, though. I don't know if Rashford's fully fit to play 90 minutes and start a game at the moment. I don't know if Rashford's fully fit. Rashford ain't played much football this year. I don't know if he'll start a lot of games. Yeah, they miss Douglas Luiz badly. I agree, Gareth. I think we should get stuck into him, man. The Man City one is going to be, and we don't win many at the Etihad, as Anissa says here. Got a poor record against them. You know, these 3 games coming up are going to tell me what we're going to do this season. I think you guys might agree with this. If we get 7 points out of our next 3 games, I'll be extremely happy. 9 would be perfect. If we won all 3 games, perfect. We have got to admit, though, away games are difficult. And as much as Villa are in very poor form, Villa's form is not very good at the moment. They got some injuries. As I said, they wanted the Wednesday game to be moved. They don't want to play this Wednesday game, which tells me that Villa might do heavy rotation for that game. That we should be winning that game of football if we turn up properly with our right mentality. Not the performance we saw today at Wolves. I want to see Liverpool turn up a little bit better. Liverpool's away form is pretty decent. Liverpool haven't lost in the Premier League away from home this season. They got decent away form. And then Man City away straight after that is another difficult game because it's Saturday, it's Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday. Sunday, Wednesday, Sunday. The thing with the Man City game on Sunday is that Man City play Real Madrid on Wednesday, the same time we're playing Aston Villa. Now, Real Madrid and Man City are in the second leg. They're 3-2 down. So they need to beat Real Madrid. So you feel like Pep Guardiola's going to look at that game and go, the Champions League is our last hope for any real success this season. Because we can't win the Premier League title. And he's going to want to win the Champions League. So I feel like Man City are going to put their everything into that Real Madrid game. They're going to the Bernabeu. They're going to have to win. And I think Man City are going to put everything they can into that Real Madrid game. And that just might leave them a little bit weaker for the game on Sunday, depending how we get on against Villa. So these 3 games, yes, they look hard on paper. They look difficult on paper, but there's a lot of metrics to put into it as well. You know, as I said, Villa are not in great form, wanted the game to be moved. City have got a away trip to Real Madrid, which they need to win. It's their only other chance of success this year. So they might be a little bit weaker in the Sunday game. And we always beat Newcastle at Anfield. You know, we could, you know, that's where I see it right now. That's the way I see it right now. I think it's going to be difficult. I'm not going to sit here and say we should win all 3. My whole purpose of this chat today is just to calm people a little bit. I know there's a lot of stress in the fan base right now, and I get it, right? Maybe it's just because I'm getting older now and a bit more relaxed about things. I still get wound up, by the way. You know, that Wolves performance today weren't good enough, but I didn't, you know, I weren't throwing things at the telly. I was pretty chilled about it still. Even the Everton game, I couldn't even get angry after the Everton game. It's just what it is. I just look at this league as a throwback year. I'm just looking at this whole Premier League race as a throwback year. That's what I'm looking at. You don't have to be perfect to win the Premier League this year for the first time in a long time. You've had to be perfect to win this Premier League every year. Man City won 4 in a trot because you couldn't even afford to draw a game. You couldn't even afford to draw 1 game against Man City. It's exhausting. It's exhausting going up against Manchester City. This Arsenal team is good, though. I'm not going to sit here and pretend this Arsenal team's trash or anything. They're an exceptionally good side. And all we got to do, really, is just match Arsenal's results. If Arsenal win, we have to win. If Arsenal draw, let's get a draw or a win. Let's get a win. Just got to match their results when we win the Premier League title. Arsenal got to win more games of football from now till the end of the season than we do to win the league title. And they got to do that with at least 2 of their best strikers not on the pitch. And as I said, that over the next few weeks is going to start to pay dividends where it does become a struggle more and more and more. You know, if they go a goal down, the thing with Arsenal, because they've got such a good defence, and I'll give credit to Arsenal here, they've got a very, very good defence. Arsenal can win games 1 or 2-0 because of the way they defend. They're a very pragmatic side. So if they go 1-0 up, they probably stay 1-0. Arsenal's issue is if they go a goal down. If a team can take a 1-0 lead over Arsenal, with the fact that they've got their 2 best strikers missing, Sterling's not really that good. And Nwaneri, who looks like a fucking fabulous little footballer, they got to rely on him every fucking game now. It's going to take its toll and it's going to be more difficult. So Liverpool is still in the driving seat, guys. Liverpool is still in the driving seat. Liverpool is still in the driving seat. Emery will throw it just to spite Arsenal. Can you imagine if he did that? Can you imagine when we play? Do you imagine when we play Villa on Wednesday night and Villa have gone full rotation? Like Villa have gone full rotation. Arsenal fans will be pissed. They'd be pissed. But I'm not going to sit here and discredit these teams. I'm not going to sit here and just discredit these teams. All I'm doing is just trying to put a bit of sunshine on the gloom at the moment, guys. Villa are not in the greatest form at the moment. They're struggling. Wanted the game moved. Got players injured. Man City have got a huge game on Wednesday to the Bernabeu in a game they have to win, or their season's pretty much done before it even gets started. Newcastle at home. Newcastle are a very weird side, but we usually always beat Newcastle at Anfield. So it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Let me know in the chat if what I said made sense, guys. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? If you disagree with me, let me know in the chat what you disagree about and we'll have a chat about it. But yeah, I'm just trying to, just put a bit of sunshine on a bit of a gloomy day. Do you know what I'm saying? It could come back to bite me in the face. If it comes back to bite me in the face and we lose to Aston Villa, I'll hold my hands up and go, right, I was wrong. But I'm just trying to put a bit of sunshine on a gloomy day. Big up, Scottish Bear. Yeah, Eugene. Big up, Bizzle. Big up, Regista. Do teams still get fined for fielding a weak side? Yeah, I don't know, Big up, Gary. I'm not sure. I think it depends how weak. Like, if you put kids out there, yeah. If it's still your squad players and you're 25, I think you're fine. Yes, exactly. Liverpool 6-7. That's why I said we just got to carry on doing our thing. Just got to carry on doing our thing. Look, we won our game today, no matter how shit we played. Like, someone on Twitter told me today, yeah, but we were shit. And I went, but we won. Do you know what I mean? Would you rather us be good and lose or shit and win? I've seen Liverpool play exceptional football and still lose. But we played shit today and still won. As long as we win. Look, from this part of the season, it's about results, guys. It's just getting the wins. Most Premier League managers will tell you, come February and March time, it's just about getting them W's. Get as many W's as you can now until the end of the season. Performances at the beginning of the season, end of the season is all about results. It's a result business at the day. It's not about how pretty you look and how good you play. Brighton play some of the best football in the Premier League. I think we'd all agree with that. But they win fuck all. They win fuck all. They play some of the best football in the Premier League. Tottenham Hotspur might be the most exciting team to watch in the Premier League, but they win fuck all. Let's just carry on getting W's. I don't care if we limp across the line, as long as we pick up number 20. Great, as Mickey says there, great teams always find a way, even if they play badly. It's what I'm saying. It's not a normal year. It's not a normal year. It's a throwback year where you don't have to be perfect. You can draw 8 or 9 games and lose 1 or 2 or win the rest and still win the Premier League. You just go and win it on a lower points margin. Liverpool could win, depending what Arsenal do. If Arsenal don't, the Arsenal pretty much have to win 12 out of 14 games. Liverpool have to win 10 or 11 games, yeah? But if Arsenal draw 1 game, Liverpool only have to win 9 games to win the Premier League. If Arsenal draw 2 games in the trot, Liverpool only have to win 8 games to win the Premier League. So if Arsenal drop point, Arsenal got to be perfect. The pressure's more on Arsenal right now than Liverpool. I mean, what side of the bed would you rather be in, guys? I've got a bed right here. There's a bed right there. Do you want to be on the Liverpool side or the Arsenal side? What side of the bed would you rather be right now? I'll be on the Liverpool side all day long. 7 points clear. Give me the points, man. Give me the points. Sometimes you just got to go for adversity in a game, and your players have just got to find that mental fortitude to get you over the line. Big Abdul in the chat. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. It's a good shout, by the way. Why Konate making silly mistakes in games? It's a good shout about that. We haven't really spoke about Konate. I love Ibu Konate. I think we all love Konate in the chat. Yeah, there's not one of us here sitting right now who don't love Konate. We all love that guy. He's a great little player. But I think we'll all be very naive to not admit he makes a lot of bozo mistakes sometimes. Like, he's just got mistakes in him. I love the guy. Konate is an absolute beast. Absolute beast. But he just has occasionally them weird bozo moments where he just does something silly. You know, he just does something silly in a game. I'm going to be truthful right now. I think Konate was very lucky not to see a red card today. You know, I think Konate was a bit lucky today, and that's why he went off at half time. That's why Konate went off at half time. There's no way Konate's not going off at half time if he's all right. Slot saw it on the sidelines. Konate's just having one of them games where he makes the odd mistake here and there. He's got he has brain farts and just rash things. He switches off. Like against Everton, you could argue both goals were Konate's fault against Everton. You could easily argue that Konate was asleep for the free kick, and then you could argue Konate should have done better. I know he was fouled, but he should have still maybe done better with the header. You could argue Konate was at fault for both goals against Everton. He just falls asleep sometimes. He just falls asleep sometimes, and I don't know why. But it drives me crazy, because the reason it drives me crazy, because like you guys in the chat, Konate is a beast, an absolute beast. I think he's a fabulous centre-back. And the reason we can play the way we play is because we've got Virgil van Dijk and Konate. So we can play that way, more risky way of playing football. That's the way we play. We're more risk-averse. We play very risky football, yeah, because we got Konate and Van Dijk at the back. And that's props to Konate. And I love the guy. He's a superb defender. He just has the odd moment. Yeah, you got to get it, Bruno. You got to get it. This is what annoys me, yeah? I saw an article in Sky Sports News saying the pressure is on Liverpool. And I was like, what in the name garbage is this? The pressure's on Liverpool, yeah? Going 7 points clear. It's just mad. Guys, at the beginning of the season, who was meant to win this title? What club was meant to win this Premier League at the beginning of the season? Who said, what fan base said, this is our year? We're going to go and win the league title. It's everywhere. Even pundits on Sky, 50% of them voted for Arsenal to win the Premier League with them and Man City. All the media, Arsenal and Man City, if Man City slip up, this is Arsenal's year. That's all you heard. If Man City slip up, this is Arsenal's year. But now the pressure's apparently on Liverpool, and Liverpool are... It's just mad. Big up Toto Hammer in the chat. You're doing well, my boy. It's just madness. Relax says we've been carried by Salah. That's what I'll be honest. Being carried by one of the best players in the world isn't a bad thing. And also, what do you mean by carried? What do you mean by carried? I would say Gravenberch and McAllister have been first class this season. I'd say Virgil van Dijk has been first class this season. I'd say Quaven Kelleher, when he came in, has been excellent. Alisson's been good. I'd say Cody Gakpo with 21 GA has been really good this season. Salah's our main guy. Every team has a league striker. Every single team has a league striker. Every team. Every team has a league striker. And Salah's our league striker. Newcastle's is Isaac. Arsenal's is probably either Saka usually or Havertz. Man United ain't got any strikers, so forget them. Chelsea's main striker is Cole Palmer. Everyone's got a main striker, you know, and Salah's has, and he's one of the best players in the world. He's one of the best players in the world. So yeah, he's carrying us a little bit. But I think we're doing a disservice to players like Cody Gakpo, who's been very good this season and got 21 to 22 GA, I believe. I even think Luis Diaz is about 17 GA, 15 GA this season. Szoboszlai's got 12 GA. That might shock a lot of people, but he's got 12 GA this season. Graham Birch and McAllister have been very good in that central midfield area. Graham Birch has been a revelation this year. And Virgil van Dijk's been the best centre-back in the country. So, yeah, Salah is carrying us because he's at a class above everyone. He's the best player in the Premier League. But everyone else is doing their bit as well. And I respect Mo Salah. Mo Salah's different gravy. We know this. You know, if his third goal stood today, it would have been a beautiful goal. Gets it on the halfway line pretty much, runs down, takes two players on, cuts inside in the box, strokes it into the corner. It was a world-class goal, a beautiful goal. But they gave it offside very quickly. I don't think it was offside. I think he was onside personally. But they gave it offside very quickly, by the way. He's just a world-class footballer. He's inevitable. And yes, he is carrying us. I'm cool with saying that. But it's not like no one else is doing any work. You know? It's just... He's the best player in the world right now. So, of course, he's carrying us. But everyone else is doing the same. Could Mo Salah be doing this if Virgil van Dijk weren't in the team? Because I honestly believe that Virgil van Dijk is the second best player in the league this year. I think Virgil's the best. I think Mo Salah's the best player in the league this year. And I think Virgil van Dijk's number 2. I honestly believe that. I think Virgil's just up there. I think he's the second best player in the league this year, Virgil van Dijk. But Mo Salah, of course, he's carrying us. He's world class, man. But everyone else, let's heap some praise on other players that have played well this year as well, like the Cody Gakpos, the Diaz's who's got some goals this season. The Gravenberch has been a revelation. McAllister has just been beautiful all season. Szoboszlai is coming to his own as the season's gone on. You know, there's players there. But Salah will always get us the crucial goals because he's world class. And as I said, you can't win a league title without a world class striker. I think we can all agree with that. Gakpo out for the Villa game. Ankle injury. Okay, that might throw a bit of something on there then. Yeah, Cody Gakpo's ankle injury is to rule him out for the match against Villa. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I need Diaz to step up again on Wednesday then, because I thought Diaz was pretty decent today, so I need Diaz to go again, man. I need Diaz to go again. I think Diaz was okay today. You know, it's the best performance I've seen Diaz play in a long time. You know, it's just, but. Guys, you can't win a league title without a crucial striker. You look at all the best teams usually that win titles, usually have an elite goal scorer up top. Most of the time. Or they share the goals around. And a lot of people get like 15, 20 goals. You've got to have a good one. Mo Salah's the best in the world, as I keep saying. He should win Ballon d'Or. Relax, I get you. But I'd also say, it's a weird one. I'd also say Mo does a lot as well. But Mo is a moments player. So I think Salah does ghost a lot of games. But then he's a moments player. He'll get an assist and a goal. But if you look at his overall performance in a game, it's not actually that good. but he's such a moments player, because that's what world-class players do. World-class players don't have to be effective for 90 minutes. They only have to be effective for 5 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what world-class players do. They don't have to be effective for the full 90 minutes. They just have to be effective for 5 minutes. And in them 5 minutes, Salah can get you a hat-trick. He can get you 2 goals. He can get you a goal and an assist. And that's what Mo Salah does right now. He's not always effective in games. Like today. I thought Salah was pretty poor today. But he still ends up being effective by getting the winning goal. And that's what world-class players do right now. They're effective. They win games in a moment. They don't have to be electrifying for 90 minutes. And I'm not saying Cody Gakpo's that level with Mo Salah, not at all. And Cody does go to a lot of games. There's no doubt about it. But he can be crucial and clutch at the same time. And he's a player I'd rather have in my squad than not in my squad for that reason. Not many left wingers that gets his goals and assists in the Premier League. Hardly any. Hardly any other left wingers in this league get the GA that Cody Gakpo does. Not many around. So I'd rather have that than not have it. But Mo Salah's inevitable, man. He's just he's in a class of his own. Man's got 23 Premier League goals. He's got 14 Premier League assists. Man's in a class of his own. Why it's taking so long for this fucking club to give him a new contract, I don't know. He's my favourite player. I keep telling everyone this. Virgil and Mo are my guys. They're my guys. I don't really care for Trent that much. But Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah are my guys. Why they haven't got new deals yet is beyond me. I don't know. If I was the owner of Liverpool, I'd be giving them new deals straight away, man. We wouldn't be in this fucking mess. I don't know about you, Mickey, but I'm a little... Is anyone else a little bit worried about Harvey Elliott in the future under Arne Slot? I'm a little bit worried about a Harvey Elliott under an Arne Slot system. I think Harvey Elliott suited a Jurgen Klopp system where Jurgen Klopp played a 4-3-3 and he could play on the left or the right-hand side of a 4-3-3. He basically had 2 positions. He almost played in 3 positions, Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott could play the right-hand side of the midfield 3 or the left-hand side of the midfield 3, or he plays right wing. He played in 3 different positions under a Jurgen Klopp Liverpool. In an Arne Slot Liverpool, he can't play in the double pivot because he hasn't got the... he can't play in that position. He has to play in the number 10. I do worry about him. I do worry about him. I know I love Harvey Elliott. I'm not going to sit here and shit on Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott's a great kid who's a Liverpool fan through and through, that loves the football club and wants to play for this football club. But it's up to the manager, and I don't know how the manager feels about it. I don't know how the manager feels about it. Yeah, he mostly uses him as a right winger, and it's not where he plays. But I love Harvey. Don't get me wrong. I think Harvey last season was excellent off the bench. He was excellent off the bench, Harvey Elliott, last season, wasn't he? He's actually been pretty decent off the bench this year in some games as well, making a difference. I think in the Bournemouth Brentford game, I thought Harvey Elliott made a big difference coming off the bench. He's got talent. There's no doubt about it, but he's just not getting the minutes I think he should be getting at the moment. And that's just a little bit of a worry for me, but I don't know what Arne Slot wants, man. It's unfortunately obviously he doesn't rate Harvey. It seems that way. I don't think Slot rates any of our strikers either. I don't think Slot really rates any of our strikers. Does anyone else? Does anyone think Arne Slot actually rates any of our number 9s? I don't think he does. I think if Cody Gakpo was available, Luis Diaz would have been playing number 9 today. honestly. If Cody Gakpo wasn't injured, I reckon he would have gone Cody, Luis Diaz, and Mo Salah. I don't think he rates our number 9s that highly. Do you think he rates Jota? Thing is, when Jota's fit, he still plays Diaz. If Gakpo's playing, don't he? The one player I don't think he rates Darwin at all. I don't think he rates Darwin at all. I really don't. What, guys? Was it just me talking about Darwin Núñez? And I'm not shitting on Darwin, but did anyone think that Darwin didn't look interested today when he came on? Did anyone think that Darwin just didn't look interested in the game at all? Because usually when Darwin comes on as as a substitute, Darwin usually comes on, gives you a bit of something. He'll foul someone, he'll get it stuck in, he'll make good runs, he uses his pace, you know, and he tries. But today when he came on, I looked at him when he came on today, and I'm like, it looked like he didn't want to be there. It's like he didn't want to be there at all. Yeah, he just looked a bit like... Usually Darwin just sprints at people when he comes on. If Darwin's got 20 minutes to do something, in that 20 minutes, Darwin usually comes on and he just sprints at centre-backs and full-backs and presses them and gets aggressive. You know, he does that aggressive run, aggressive press, he sprints, you know, puts himself about. Today he came on and he looked like he still want to be there. Yeah, his body language, man. I don't know. It was a weird one, wasn't it? We all agree, yeah. It was a strange one, wasn't it? It was a strange one. He does look disinterested. He does. Relax says it was under instruction. Was it? Usually when I see him, he's top drawer. We've been raided by a Sam. Big up. Oh, big up to Sam for the raid. Big up, guys. Hope everyone's doing well. My man is Sam. The Don raid. Big up, my man is Sam. Much love to my man. Your Sam raid. Big up, Red Lion. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I just see that, Omar. No Gakpo versus Villa, which is a shame. Big up everyone everyone coming over from Sam's. Big up you guys. Much love. Look at you, beautiful people. You had a good one on the Sam show. I see that Lee Gunner turned up. Did Lee turn up for the Sam's show? Big up, Lee. Great guy. I actually really like Lee Gunner. I ain't gonna lie. I like Lee. I think he's a good guy. But yeah, big up everyone. Big Mr. LNK in the house as well. Red Line in the house. Yeah, he was there, yeah. I like Lee. I think Lee's a good guy. He was waffling. Yeah, so we're just talking about Liverpool, guys. Yeah, I should get Lee on. He's a good guy. Leon O'Hara, you know. Let's talk. Right, we spoke about Darwin Núñez. Let's talk about Wataru Endo, guys. My guy, Wataru Endo. He actually got man in the match, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, Wataru Endo got man in the match. Big up Wataru. He came on, man, and yeah, he was fantastic. My man, Wataru Endo, you know, man in a match. That tackle at the end of the game as well. I don't want to share that, do I? That tackle at the end of the game as well. That was an immense tackle. My guy, man. Wataru, my Japanese warrior. The Scouse Samurai. My guy. My guy. Could have used exactly, Omar. I still, to this day, 4 days later, I don't understand why Endo didn't come on against Everton. Does anyone else? I was like, why is Endo not coming on against Everton? I don't get it. Do you know what? I don't know where my Japanese shirt is, actually, because I've moved rooms, because I had to give my son my old office now because he's getting bigger. He needs a room of his own. I don't know where I've put it. I'm going to have to find it. I'm going to have to find my Japanese shirt. I'll get to Quansah as well in a minute, guys. Big up North. Endo is what you need in the last 20 when you're up, when you're 1 up. Exactly. Endo doesn't have to start games, man. He doesn't have to be 90 minutes here, 60 minutes here. Endo just needs to be the James Milner of 2025. That's what Endo needs to be. The James Milner of 2025. I don't need Endo for anything else. Just be that for me. Come on. Throw your weight about. Get stuck in. Make the odd foul here and there. Maybe he picks up a yellow card. He does what he does. This is Endo, man. Make a foul if you need to make a foul. Get stuck in. Smash people about. Let them know you're about. The man wears a gum shield. Yeah? If I see this guy coming on the field and I see him putting a gum shield in, I'll be like, oh, business is about to pick up. What's this guy about? Why is this 5'8" Japanese warrior putting in a gum shield? What's this geezer about? He's going to smash people. That's what he does. You're lying. Surely Sky never gave Robbo man of the match. No. They never. Sky gave Robbo man of the match, who was dog shit. And I'm a big Robbo fan. Robbo fucking shit. Big up Wayne as well. Smaggy, bend it like Endo, you know. Bend it like Endo. Big up, man. Big up. Big up, Cowboy said this is he's great, man. I absolutely. Yeah, Slot made a mistake and learned the next game. That's what I do like about Arne Slot. I love that about Arne Slot. He made the mistake against Forest when we had that international break, and he played all the South American players against Nottingham Forest when they were tired. The next international break, he rested all the South American players. They didn't play, and we won that game. And these are the things Slot learns quickly on the job. That's why I like Arne Slot. You know, he learns quickly on the job. I rate the guy, I really do. Endo would have out-jumped Canate on Beto. He might have done. Endo actually wins a lot of headers, you know. Endo actually wins a lot of headers. Japanese kits are bangers. They certainly are. Yeah, smart fouls. That's what you need. Do you know what? There's nothing wrong with your defensive midfielder fouling someone on the halfway line to stop a counter-attack. That's what I like, man. That can't be true. Robbo was man of the match. That is mad. Oh, he's Endo 5'10". He looks short for 5'10", though, don't he? Robbo was man of the match. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? This is what we're doing, yeah? Oh, fuck me. What did Sky watch today that made them think, you know, Robbo, he was man of the match today. What the fuck were they watching? See, after the 90th minute, I turned the game off. I didn't watch anything after it. Yeah, Endo was beast, man. They haven't got a Scooby. They have not got a Scooby. Trent was shit. Look, I love Trent. I'm a big Trent fan, man. I love Trent to death, yeah. I don't know. Trent was dog turd today. I think we can all sit there quietly and agree. Trent was absolute. It was absolute dog turd today. Trent's passing was absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. But I will give the benefit of doubt for Trent. He's just coming back from injury. He's just picking up his minutes. I didn't think Conor Bradley actually did that good when he came on either. I think Conor Bradley didn't really take his chance, if I'm honest. I don't think Conor Bradley took his chance that well. Yeah, it was atrocious. It was atrocious. We'll never forget Endo versus City at Anfield last season. Yeah. Is that when he punched it out for a corner, a throw-in instead of letting it go for a goal kick? Or something like that, wasn't it? Is that game, Freedom? And we scored from the throw-in. Is that the game? When it should have gone out for a goal kick and Endo should have just let it go for a goal kick. But he punched it out and it went for a throw. City took the throw and we scored. I think that's the game, isn't it? Yeah, big up Endo, man. I love the guy. Sky been hanging out with David Coote. Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. Do you know the offside? Right, let me hang on. You know this offside? Has anyone actually seen the still picture? Let me see if I've got it here. Let me see it here. I don't think I can blow it up any more than it. There we go. Hang on, guys. 1 sec. Oh. There we go. I'll put it full screen. Let me just get there. So that's the Salah offside, guys. That's the Mo Salah offside right there. He looks onside to me. I don't know. He looks onside to me. They called that offside in 3 seconds. I actually timed it. It was like 3 seconds, man. Now, I got a picture I took from my telly as well, promo. That's exactly like this. I've got it on my phone, but my phone's charging behind me. I took a picture on my telly when he kicked the ball, and it was exactly like that. Now, he still might be offside there, promo. He still might be offside there, which I think he is. But it's very close. It's very close. It should have taken a lot longer. Do you know what I think? I think they thought they didn't look at this guy here. They just looked at this guy and thought he was offside, and that's why it was so quick. They didn't actually look at that guy there. It was very, very tight. It's not like he's clearly onside. I don't even think he's onside. I do think he was offside. It didn't actually matter at the end of the day, did it? It didn't actually matter. But yeah, I think he was offside anyway. But the fact they just went, yeah, he's offside and got on with the game was mad. Big up everyone subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. License the giant. I think the offside was right. My only thing on it is how quick they came to that decision. It's like bangs offside, no problem. If they want to do it quick like that for every single offside, I'm here for it. Because I hate waiting about 5 minutes for them to draw a line. If they want to do quick offsides like that all the time there, I'm here for it. But my problem is I know they're not going to do that. That was an extremely tight offside call. Very tight offside call. That they just done it so quickly. That's my thing. I think he was offside. My whole thing of it is that it looked like they just done it so quickly. They just did it so quickly. But I'm all right with it being offside. I think he was. Just the fact that we've seen other offsides that are more blatant than that take about half hour to get a decision made. Look, guys, they got the Luis Diaz one last year against Tottenham wrong. I mean, what are we meant to believe? Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone subscribing. Appreciate it. Guys, if you could hit the like button, if you're coming in as well, smash that like button if you've not smashed your ring. Well, I think we've got like 400 people in the house and we're only on 143 likes. Guys, let's have Mo Salah numbers here, yeah? We've got 400 people in the house. Let's have at least 250 likes. 250 likes to 400 people here. Better number conversion. At the moment, we're doing a Darwin Núñez. Got 400 people and 150 likes. Let's get the likes up a little bit more if we can. I'd appreciate it. I really would. Big up to you guys. Thank you very much. I've got something else to show you here. A few more talking points here, guys. Let me just get these talking points up. So that's another talking point. So 60 points. Liverpool have won 60 points in 25 Premier League matches. under Arne Slot. That is 18 wins, 6 draws and 1 loss. The only manager in the competition history to win more points in his first 25 matches is Jose Mourinho in 64. What a machine Slot is. Big up Arne Slot, man. Big up Arne Slot. The fact that he's brand new to this league, brand new to this country, he's never done football outside the Netherlands before. He's always been inside the Netherlands for his footballing career. Takes the manager's job at Liverpool after Jurgen Klopp. You couldn't ask for a harder job, in my opinion, taking over the legend that is Jurgen Klopp. And he gets 60 points in his first 25. That's impressive. Any way you want to look at it. Any way you want to look at it, that's it's just impressive, guys. That is impressive. And the other one I want to show you guys as well. Let me just, it's blown up a bit too much. Let me show you this one as well, guys. So, Liverpool have extended their Premier League unbeaten streak to 21 games. Liverpool have 21 games unbeaten in the Premier League right now, as you can see from that graph right there. 21 games unbeaten. It's impressive again. And that's another thing we've got to put in. Slot spent hardly any money this summer. It's pretty much the same squad, and he's amassed that amount of points in his first season. You know, he's having a great first start to his season, Arne Slot. That's why I trust the guy, man. But that's, again, impressive from Liverpool. Very impressive. Very impressive. Obviously, the other bit of news. Have I got any other news here? Any other news to look at? The only other bit of news is transfer related, and that's to do with Alisson Becker. So apparently, according to some sources, Liverpool are ready to let Alisson Becker leave this summer ahead of Georgi Mamardashvili's arrival at the club. The Brazilian would prefer to stay in Europe, then move to Saudi Arabia. Now, I would say take this with a pinch of salt. But I have been saying all season, do you think Liverpool accept a big offer for Alisson Becker this summer if an offer came in? If an offer of 60 million came in for Alisson Becker this summer, do you think Liverpool accept it? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no in the chat? What do you guys think? If an offer came for 60 million for Alisson Becker this summer, does our club accept it? Because I'm going to say what I think. I think if a club comes in with around a 60, 65 million offer for Alisson Becker, I think the club accept it and then sign Quansah Kelleher to a new contract and have Kelleher and Mamardashvili fight for the number 1 jersey next season. That's what I think. I think if someone comes in with 60, 65 million pound offer for Alisson Becker, I think Liverpool accept it and then they sign Kelleher to a new contract and they tell Kelleher and Mamardashvili, fight it out for the number 1 shirt between the two of you. I think Kelleher wants to leave because Alisson stays at the football club. I think the reason Kelleher wants to leave right now is because he feels like Mamardashvili and Alisson are going to be above him in the pecking order. If Alisson leaves, that just leaves Mamardashvili, and I think Kelleher will feel like he can beat Mamardashvili to number 1 jersey. I really do. Big up Imran in the chat always. And what says Kelleher can't be number 1, Mamardashvili coming in? I just... Okay, mate, I'll be happy. I just worry about our club at times if a big offer comes in for a player that's had a bit of injuries, a bit of concern about his health, his fitness, no matter how good they are, if a good offer comes in, I just worry that the club might look at it. I really do. I don't think they're against selling Alisson Becker. Put it that way. I don't think this club is against selling Alisson Becker. I wouldn't sell him. Big up, Mookie. I wouldn't sell him. Not at all. I love Alisson. I think he's number one best. I had arguments. I don't know if you guys remember this. I had arguments with people on Coppish and on Big Six Bants about Alisson Becker playing and not Kelleher. I had arguments with people. People in their live chats were coming at me. I'm saying, no, Alisson might not be in good form at the moment, but he's the better goalkeeper. Play the better goalkeeper. And now I'm being proved right. Now, there's people that wanted Kelleher to stay number one. People wanted Kelleher to stay number one, which is, it's just mad. Look at his one-on-one save today. Look at Alisson's one-on-one save today against Wolves. The man's the best in the world at that. The only goalkeeper I've seen better at one-on-one saves in the Premier League is Peter Schmeichel. Peter Schmeichel and Alisson Becker are the two best goalkeepers I've seen in the Premier League era with one-on-one saving. They're the two best. Two best without a shadow of a doubt. I'd love to keep Kelleher, but I just don't think he wants to stay. Big up, Omar. Big up, James. Big up, man. Big up. Big up. Have a good one at work tomorrow, mate. I hope it works good for you, mate. Big up to you. Thank you for being here, Omar. Thank you for being here. I think the club want to keep Alisson for at least another season and sell him to Saudi. You might be right. You might be right. Czech was up there. Yeah, Czech was up there. I don't think Czech was as good as a one-on-one save percentages maybe as Ali. I think Ali's just a fantastic goalkeeper. He's just a different class. Absolute different class. Talking about different class, kind of a weird segue. Gerald Quansah. Everyone see that tackle at the end by Quansah today? Big up Quansah. Quansah needed that. He needed that confidence boost today. Quansah needed that confidence boost today. I don't know about you guys, but I think he needed it. Great tackle at the end of the game. Big up my man Quansah, man. Big tackle. Yeah, exactly. Wrong side of him as well. Yeah, he saved the 3 points. He certainly did. Wrong side of him also, and he saved us 3 points. Yep. Astrid must be in the stands. Could you imagine? Be Astrid, you know. Man, say condolences, Canate. I think Jay Endo has made an LFC gum shield. Has he? Big up Endo, man. I'm not a fan of Quansah, but he put in a good performance today. He did. I think Quansah needed that. I think he needed that boost in confidence, didn't he? That's what he needed. That he needed that boost in confidence massively, and I'm glad he got that. And I'm glad the manager as well is still telling Quansah, "I trust you." I'm taking Canate off at half time because I'm worried he's going to get sent off. He's making a few weird decisions today. But I still trust you to go out there in this big game. It's a tight game. We're not playing well. Anything can happen here, but I trust you. If that don't tell Quansah, if Quansah don't get the trust now for Arne Slot, I don't know what else Arne Slot can do to Quansah to help him gain that trust. Because to me, Slot, with that substitution today, if I'm Quansah, it tells me the manager really trusts me. It tells me that manager was happy for me today. He trusted me going out there in that really tight game and doing what I did. And that should give him a lot of confidence. The block at the end and all that, it should give him a lot of confidence going forward for the rest of the season, in my opinion. And I mean, he could have played Endo there. He could have played Endo at centre back and just put someone else in midfield. You know, he could have changed it up differently, but because we've seen Slot do it before, he took Canate off once and put a midfielder in, didn't he, and played Van Dijk on his own. He's done weird things like that before, Slot. He has done weird things like that before, but he trusted him. You know, he didn't even have to take Canate off at half-time. He could have a talk with Canate at half-time and go, look, Ibu, your head's a bit all over the shop today. We can't afford you getting sent off. Can you calm down, please? You know, but he didn't. He changed him. It shows trust. Shows trust in his squad. Shows trust in his squad. And I'm hoping you get a bit of confidence from... I'm hoping you get a bit of confidence now from Quansah, because Quansah ended last season on a high and he started this season on a low. And I want Quansah... when I watch Gerald Quansah, I do see ability there. I think he's better at bringing out the ball than Canate is. You know, Canate just looks a bit petrified when he brings out the ball. I think he's better at that than Canate, but Canate is better at everything else at defending than Quansah is. But there's things in Quansah's game when I look at him and go, if I was a manager, I'd look at Gerald Quansah and go like, you got the height, you got the size, you're quick, you're not that slow. You can bring the ball out and you can play a nice pass. You head the ball, you're good in the air. Now, we can mould you into something. And I think Quansah's decent. I don't think he's great by any means. I just think he's decent. And I think managers can see a bit of something there with him, and hopefully that can build some confidence with him. I'm not going to sit here and pretend he's that good or anything, but we can do better. Obviously, I'd rather us go in the market and get someone a bit more solid and ready than Quansah is right now. But I think Quansah can get a bit of confidence from that game at least. And if he can't gain confidence from that game, he's never going to gain confidence, is he? Let's face it. When's he ever going to gain confidence? But look, that's it, guys. That's the that's the show. That's the video. Big up to everyone. It is late. It is 1:15. I weren't meant to be going this long. My wife's going to kill me, but it is what it is. Big up to all you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much for joining me today. One thing I just want to promote before I leave, if you don't mind too much. So let me get this up. There we go. So guys, I have obviously got a big up channel. For those who don't know, I've got a big up channel as well, where all my watch alongs are. I've got watch alongs coming up this week, as you can see on the channel right there. AC Milan Feyenoord, Borussia Dortmund Sporting, and Roma and Porto. I'm also going to be live on there tomorrow, because I've got the ability to do something very special on the Big Up channel tomorrow, where I can use AI recap. If you don't know what AI recap is, guys, get on the channel tomorrow. Basically, we have the ability to show you the game and show you the game and highlights of the game, and show you areas of the pit where we think players could have done better, made different runs, a different passing option and stuff like that. So I'll be doing that tomorrow on my Big Up channel. So if you've not joined me over there, join me over there, guys. It's bigup.com/Jamie Phillips Football Chats, the same as my YouTube channel. So bigup.com/Jamie Phillips Football Chats. We're on 257 members right now. I'd love that to get to 300. There's 344 of you guys in the house right now. So if you could go over to Big Up and hit that link, I'd appreciate it. What I do, I'll share the link in the chat. I'll share the link in the chat. All you got to do to join is basically put your email in and a password. That's all you need to do. Not anything. You just need to put your email and password in. So links in the chat. If you could join me, that'd be beautiful. I'd appreciate it. As I said, I've got 3 watch-alongs coming up this week, and also got my Liverpool AI recap tomorrow, where I can use parts of the game. Yes, we can show little bits of the game over there. We don't get copyright done like we do on YouTube. And it'd be like a Monday night football session, like what you see on Monday Night Football. That's what I'm going to bring you tomorrow on Big Up tomorrow afternoon. So if you could be there, I'd love it. I really would. Really would. Big up everyone here. Thank you very much. Got a big week coming up as well in the Premier League. Villa on Wednesday, City on Sunday, and then Newcastle. So a lot coming up as well. So if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button right now. I'd appreciate it. Hit the like button as well. Hit that share button. Thank you very much for everyone coming today. I appreciate it. You've all been beautiful. And, yeah, can't ask more than that, guys. You've been great. Thank you for a Sam for the raid. I appreciate it. Big up to everyone in the comments as well. Thank you for joining me on this late one. Until tomorrow, if you do come over to my Big Up channel tomorrow afternoon, you're going to be pleasantly surprised what I'm going to be doing. You're going to love it. So thank you very much. I'll see you all tomorrow. Big up. Bye-bye.